Hey! It's Drew Gasparini's New Voices. It's like my favorite time of month. In Tune! That's In Tune. I do this virtual series here with the Ferguson Center for the Arts. Thank you, Bruce, Lori, Christy, and Paul down at the Ferg. Proud to be a family member of the Ferg. I'm wearing my skivvies today, and I'm sorry about that. You get some hairy tits. Oh my God. It's exciting because every month it's not just me yammering on and playing my junk. It is a platform I get to share with a fellow artist, an amazing new voice, and today is no different. She is spectacular. I've become a fan of hers over the last year or so after she sang at the West End debut of my show, I Could Use a Drink. She was one of the performers. This is over in the UK. She is a stunning singer-songwriter. Her name is Caroline Kay. I cannot wait for all you guys to check her out. So stick around, because her set's coming up right after this. All right. I wrote this song a long time ago. It's kind of a modern, angsty, emo take on young love like Romeo and Juliet. And it's called Troubled Kids, and it goes like this. What am I even good for? Why do I even care? I choose to jump because when I fall I know you'll always be there. Why act if I'm okay? We both know that it's just not fair. It's a bit too soon to tell if I'm okay. It's a bit too soon to know if I'm okay, yeah. We're nothing but troubled kids, get in trouble for things we did. We pop the game, we pop the lid. We ain't nothing but troubled kids. We got nothing but love to give. We got nothing but love to live. You say to love, but when we did, you said we're nothing but troubled kids. Oh, 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 oh. Why do I even try to grab all the what's not there? I reach for the stars, but up in the sky there's nobody to care. So I'll teach a fool to pray. We both know that it's just not fair. It's a bit too soon to have anything to pray for. It's a bit too soon to tell if I'm okay. We're nothing but troubled kids, getting in trouble for things we did. You lock the gate, we pop the lid. Kids, we got nothing but love to give. We got nothing but love to live. We say to love, but when we did, we said we're nothing but troubled kids. Oh, oh, So I'll wait for you. Trouble kids, get in trouble for things we did. You lock the gate, you pop the lid. We're nothing but trouble kids. We got nothing but love to give. We got nothing but love to live. You say to love, but when we did, you said we're nothing but trouble kids. Oh, oh, ooh, oh, oh, ooh, oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh, ooh, oh, oh, ooh, oh, oh, oh. Say to love, but when we did, you said we're nothing but troubled kids. I'm very sorry for being sleeveless today. What you can't see is the back hair, so you're welcome. This song is called The Pile. My dog's over there, can you see him? He's dreading this, he hates this. The song is called The Pile. It's another one I wrote about young love and being afraid of love. And maybe I'm singing all these young love songs because I'm in a place in my life where I'm not afraid of love. And I think it's a really good spot to be in as a grown-ass person. So here's to love. This song's called The Pile. Just in time to change my world, but you're uninvited. I go hide behind my shield. You've given me miles, miles and miles. You've waited a while, given me so much time. I'm on the edge, the point of never knowing how much I just keep retreating. Thoughts of me are scattered, like they ever mattered. Oh, and I'm buried in the pile. Float right down denial, lonely in this boat for two. Notice every smile. I turn away 'cause I always do. Yeah, yeah. You've given me miles, miles and miles. You've waited a while, given me so much time. I'm on the edge, the point of never knowing how it's I just keep retreating. Never knowing how it's I just keep retreating. No more out of touch conversation. No. I'm falling faster now till I hit the ground. Oh, ouch my head. Take down all protection. Now I'm here to see the view. Every last connection brings me back 'cause I love you too. Yeah, yeah. You've given me truth. Every promise always comes true. And I'm astonished someone like you stays so honest, even knowing how much I just keep retreating. Even knowing how much I just keep retreating. Yeah. Thoughts of me are scattered, oh, like they ever mattered. Singing it on and I'm buried beneath the pile. Wham! Bam! Band! Big band, crash, thunderous applause. I'm losing my mind. Hey, it's Drew Gasparini's New Voices. Stick around because Caroline K is coming up right after this, and you don't want to miss it. For those of you who don't know, outside of what I do for Broadway, like I'm working on The Karate Kid, hold for applause, hold for applause. Okay. Other than that, I do a lot of songwriting for my publishing company over at Concord, and I do a lot of co-writing with friends and other songwriters and my sisters, both of them. We were in a band called St. Adeline. Go online, check it out, St. Adeline. It's a fun EP to listen to. I hope you enjoy some folk rock. Anyway, I wrote this song with my sister Chloe, who is now making waves as Chloe George. She's an amazing artist. She and I wrote this song a while back, and it's called I Wish I Knew. And I'm gonna make up half the words because I don't remember most of them. So this is exciting. What do you think, Gordon? He's very into this as well. Time when I was lost, I'm stuck at a crossroads. No clue of who I was. Too damn hard to find yourself in the eye of the storm. Too damn hard to heal your heart when a part of it's torn. Gone too far, myself short for way too long. I wish I knew you then. Wish I knew you then. And every morning someone had to be lonely. Not I was following the blind, looking for answers. Hey! I can remember feeling close in someone's arms. I was a pretender. No clue of who I was, looking for answers. At a time when I was lost, I'm stuck at a crossroads. No clue of who I was. Too damn hard to find yourself in the eye of the storm. Too damn hard to heal your heart when a part of it's torn. Gone too far, felt myself short for way too long. I wish I knew you then. Wish I knew you then. And every morning, looking around now, waiting for someone had to be lonely. Not I was following the blind, looking for answers. At a time when I was lost, stuck at a crossroads. No clue of who I was, oh, too damn hard to the eye of the storm. Too damn hard to find your heart when a part of its torn. It's gone too far, so myself suffer way too long. Oh, wish I knew you then. Wish I knew you then. Oh, wish I knew, I knew you then. Wish I knew, I knew you then. No, no, wish I knew you then. Wish I knew, whoa, you then. Too damn hard to find yourself in the eye of the storm. Too damn hard to heal your heart when a part of it's torn. I wish I knew you then. Wish I knew you then. Wish I knew you then. I wish I knew. Oh, wish I knew. Something like that. And now that I've done my portion of the night, stick around, because right now we got Caroline K. And after she's done with her set, guess what? She's gonna pop on live with me and we're gonna have a live conversation. So if you have questions for me or Caroline about anything we're working on, or our influences, or how we write, or our process, or anything, please stick around and participate in the Q&A. It only happens here once a month at Drew Gasparini's New Voices. Thanks again to everybody at the Ferguson Center for the Arts. I'm Drew Gasparini, and right now is Caroline K. Stick around.
We're recording. I'm excited. Let's go. My name is Caroline K. I'm aware that there are likely a number of Drew Gasparini fans tuned in, and possibly also some friends from the Ferguson Centre of the Arts. So I'm going to start with just a little introduction about who I am, because I imagine you may have no idea. Hopefully there are also some people who do know who I am tuned in. But hello to you all. My name is Caroline K. I'm from Dublin. I'm a singer-songwriter, composer, performer. I'm just trying to make a living in theatre, so I'm sort of wearing all the hats I can possibly wear. And I'm so excited to be a part of Drew Gasparini's New Voices, not only because I have watched the other gigs that have been a part of this series and been blown away by the originality and individuality of different styles and voices, but also because I have been a fan of Drew's music for so many years, and recently I actually got to perform in an online gig concert version of Drew's I Could Use a Drink, which then transferred to the West End for one night only. So I feel like I have a particular connection to Drew's music, and particularly the I Could Use a Drink show. So I just feel so fortunate to be able to do this. Thank you to Drew, and thank you to everybody at the Ferguson Centre of the Arts. I'm going to be doing a range of my original stuff today, from my first EP to my second EP to the mini musical that I wrote with West End star David Hunter, to my own full-length musical, which is currently in production, which I'm so excited about. I'm also going to give you a sample of the kind of stuff that the kind of short and sweet 1-minute songs, ditties, if you will, that I write for social media. So for those who do know my stuff, hopefully there'll be a nice mix of things there for you. But also for those who have never heard my stuff before, hopefully you'll enjoy one or two or more of my original songs. So here we go. This song is called Can't Get My Love, and it is track 1 from my first EP. So it holds a special place in my heart. It's also about a very personal experience. I tend to write, particularly my standalone things, obviously, which aren't part of a show of some kind. They're very personal. And this one, possibly even more so than others. I don't think I need to tell you the context because I think it's quite a self-explanatory song. Even the title, Can't Get My Love. Anyway, here we go. This is Can't Get My Love from my first EP, which is called Notes. I think you once thought I was blinded by your charm and your wit and your ways. And yes, there were times when I wanted your love, but I've seen wiser days. You hurt and you hurt, but I just kept giving. You lied and I cried, and I thought I was living, but you did your worst. And I put me first, and baby, who's smiling now? 'Cause you can't get my love if you don't deserve it. I don't think you're worth it. No, you can't get my love. You used to be my cup of tea, but I drink coffee now. I think you once thought you were winning, as though I were a game to be played. And yes, there were times it was clear that I lost, but a loser would have stayed. It took me a while to admit that you weren't perfect, but now when I smile, it's for someone who's worth it. And I wonder how you're doing now. One more whiskey, 'cause you miss me at night. Well, you can't get my love if you don't deserve it. I don't think you're worth it. No, you can't get my love. You used to be my cup of tea, but I drink coffee now. So you say it's changed now. Well, baby, it's too late now, 'cause I fell far from you. And I don't wish you sadness. I want us to move past this. There's just one thing I must do, and that's to make sure you see you're not my cup of tea. 'Cause you can't get my love if you don't deserve it. I don't think you're worth it. No, you can't get my love. You used to be my cup of tea, but you can't get my love if you don't deserve it. I don't think you're worth it. No, you can't get my love. You used to be my cup of tea, but I drink coffee now. This is a song called Better Than You. It's from my second EP, Tricks. And while hopefully it just sounds like a fun song, it's about society's unrealistic beauty standards. And it sort of calls out the fact that society and big companies thrive off of us not feeling worthy or enough without what they're selling us. Whether it's fake tan or gym membership or a makeup that we have to have. And there's nothing wrong with any of those things. I have a lot of them except for a gym membership, because that I just won't do. There's nothing wrong with any of those things, but I suppose it's just that feeling that society often puts on us that that we're less than if we don't have them. So this is kind of a shout out to those companies and society at large. Also, I can't dance because, well, I just can't dance. But I also, if I dance, I'll be out of shot. So let's just make a deal before we get going that at all of these musical interludes, I will shoulder bounce and you will dance on my behalf. Thanks in advance. Tell me who I ought to be, how your tricks can set me free, the power that you've got, the ability to make me hot. Ignorance is bliss, they say, but there comes a sorry day when all your little quirks are just not the way that this world works. Say it slow so that they'll never know that this is all for show. There's nothing real to cling to. Lucky me, I finally come to see. In actuality, I've got it all. Oh, nobody ever says no to me. And if I ever take a risk, you'll see I get what I seek. Have you seen my perfect physique? There isn't anything that I can't do. And when I win, it's like a deja vu. It's pretty simple, but it's true. I'm better than you. Better than you. When it comes to true romances, I don't give out second chances, not my style. Wave goodbye, give a little smile. I can see your silly game. Tell me that I need you, but you're all the same. Vying for my love, like you're God's gift from above. Think you're smart, think you can win my heart, and yet we're miles apart. I think that you're mistaken, not with me. I've finally come to see, in actuality, I've got it all. Oh, nobody ever says no to me, and if I ever take a risk, you'll see I get what I seek. Have you seen my perfect physique? There isn't anything that I can't do, and when I win, it's like a deja vu. It's pretty simple, but it's true. I'm better than you. I can do better than you. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I am the fairest of them all. And if my train goes off the track, yes, I want my money back. I want to be my own woman and waltz right into town. I've reached the top and had to stop, 'cause I'm the best around. Nobody ever says no to me, and if I ever take a risk, you'll see I get what I see. Have you seen my perfect physique? There isn't anything that I can't do, and when I win, it's like a deja vu. It's pretty simple, but it's true. Nobody ever says no to me, and if I ever take a risk, you'll see I get what I seek. Have you seen my perfect physique? There isn't anything that I can't do, and when I win, it's like a deja vu. It's pretty simple, but it's true. I'm better than you. I want my money back. Give me my money back. You were the train that went off the track, so give me all mine. I'm better than you. I want my money back. Give me my money back. You were the train that went off the track, so give me all my money. I'm better than you. Give me my money back. You were the train that went off the track, so give me all my money. I'm better than you. I want my money back. Give me my money back. You were the train that went off the track, so give me my money. 'Cause I can do better than you. As I said at the beginning, I also love to write short and sweet songs for social media. I try and keep them to a minute long, which is sometimes really hard. And I feel like with this one, I really had to squeeze it in. So now I have the luxury of being able to let it breathe a little bit more. As with most people, I get anxiety from time to time. And so this song kind of came out of that. I think I kind of needed it myself at the time. I needed to remind myself that sometimes the day just doesn't go as you hoped or planned. And sometimes it's okay to be like, you know what? Today was not the day I thought it was going to be. I'm going to start again tomorrow. So that's kind of what this song is about. It doesn't really have a name, does it? I'm going to call it Sleep, because sometimes that's just the best thing to do when you're having one of those days where everything goes wrong and you've tried all you can. Sometimes you need to just sleep and start again the next day. I'm not suggesting you sleep throughout the day. I'm talking like evening vibes. It's evening time. Okay, okay, here we go. If your day's been overwhelming, tried your best but nothing's helping, tried every treat to try to defeat what you're feeling inside. If your day has been a write-off, when you'd rather soon lose sight of, it's okay to say I'm done with today once you've tried. The anxiousness you keep will ease when you're asleep. So write down the things that I'd wait in your head. The calm that it brings will be great before bed. If it gets hard to keep it together, trust me, tomorrow I know will be better. So sleep. Sometimes I think an adult needs a lullaby, and there aren't enough adult lullabies out there. So there you go. This next song is a song called Half of My Heart, and it is from a mini musical, or a musical short, if you will, called The Space Between, which I wrote and produced and recorded alongside West End star David Hunter. I can't just call him David Hunter. He deserves West End star David Hunter, because he's been in every show in the West End, I'm going to say. That's a slight exaggeration, but I'm going to just go with it because he's just been in so many things. And I had been such a fan, and still am, of him as a performer. So to work with him as a writer was really exciting, because I also love the things that he writes, but I had never really collaborated writing music before. So it was just a really exciting experience. Also, for anyone who doesn't know, we had never met, and have still to this day only met once. But at this point, we had never met. We were in lockdown in two separate countries. I was at home in Dublin, and he was in the UK, in England. And we just kind of touched base, because we had been in touch before, and have mutual friends and stuff, both being in theatre, etc., and me just being a fan of his. And yeah, we came to he sort of brought this idea to me, and we started working on it. And so we created this lockdown musical as two people who had never met before in real life. And the characters in this show contact each other via Zoom, FaceTime, and a WhatsApp video call. And that was all done live by me and David. Like, that is how we recorded it. It was an incredibly difficult thing to do because of internet lag and just 1,000 issues. There's actually, so the show itself is on YouTube. And there's also a video of myself and David and our musical director and arranger for this, Nick Barstow. And the three of us are speaking to London theatre critic Mark Shenton, and he sort of asks us about how this musical came about. So if you enjoy this song, or if you go and watch The Space Between, which you can on YouTube, and you want to find out more about how we made it happen, there's also a YouTube video of that conversation. So go and check it out. As well as being on YouTube to actually watch the recorded version, we also released the music on all music platforms. So check that out too. Cool. This is Half of My Heart from The Space Between. I've heard it all before, he'll never change, just close the door. I know what you're thinking. And yeah, last year I swore I wouldn't stay, but stayed for more. We should have known we were sinking. So he denies the compromise that we both travel far. Yeah, a compromise is on both sides, but he's known from the start. My future sees me overseas. He's happy here, he's tearing us apart. And I'd be following half of my heart. So the other day he mentioned kids. I walked away, then cue a global pandemic. And now we're stuck in limbo, sitting staring at the window, just a touch of pathetic. So I deny the compromise that we stay where we are. A compromise I realize is really fucking hard. His future sees us marry Jesus, dreaming of a life I'd never start. I'd be following half of my heart. I need a life that can give me room to grow. I've seen the signs. Are they telling me to go? A change of pace, the kind of place that awakens who you are. Maybe I need to follow, always follow, have to follow half of my heart. How do I decide what's wrong or right? I'm so mixed up. A million little reasons to go, but still I'm so in love. If I were with him now, he'd take away the doubt. Focus just on us, and it's not so hard. Following half of my heart. As I mentioned at the start, I have also written a full-length musical called Daisy, which is currently under construction and in development. And I thought, instead of singing, kind of doing the obvious and singing one of the female solos for you, I'm gonna gender reverse things and sing one of the male solos, which I've sung before. So I just thought it would be a fun one to do. And it's a fun song to perform because so this is a song by the male love interest in the show, and he's just hopefully a very endearing, lovely, awkward character. And at this point in the show, he is worried, to say the least, that he might be falling in love. So it's a song about that. And just to give a tiny bit of context, in the middle of this number, sort of, he is interrupted by Daisy, the lead character. So I'll try and do my best with that, given that I am one person at a piano with no stage or other people. So I'll try and make that work. Okay, here we go. This is called When She Smiles, and it's from my musical Daisy. When she smiles, I can feel things I've tried to conceal, rising up to a place I can't hide them. Some I have shown, but others have grown, and it's surely too soon to confide them. I can't help but notice my mind loses focus, like 7 drinks in without food kind of style. My feet are like lead, not a thought in my head except one when I see her smile. Love. What if it's love? Proper fairy tale shit when 2 people can fit like perfect hand in perfect glove. I'm sorry, I flat out decline, it's a sign from above. But when I see her smile, it might be love. Take a breath, take it slow. She does not need to know that these feelings are building inside me. I'm fine as I am, a strong, independent man. It's just nicer when she is beside me. I knew from the start she was funny and smart, but now I have dreams where she walks down the aisle. I've dreamed of our wedding, a rustic style setting. I'm cursed when I see her smile. Love, what if it's love? Proper fairy tale shit when two people can fit like perfect hand in perfect glove. I'm sorry, I flat out decline, it's a sign from above. But when I see her smile, it might be love. I've turned into someone I don't recognize, but everything's clear when I look in her eyes. I used to think rom-coms were all built on lies, but when she smiles, oh no, I'm fine. I'm just on my way to the bathroom. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. It's just down there. Cool. No, fine. No, I'm fine. No, I'm love. What if it's love? Proper rom-com shite. She makes everything right in my wedding dream. I free a dove. I'm trying to stop denying a sign from above. But when I see her smile, when I see her smile, when I see her smile, no, it's cool. No, it's fine. It's not. I think it might be. I think it. This song started out as special to me anyway because of what inspired it. And then it just took on a whole new life of its own. So I'm really excited to sing this song for you, and I hope you really enjoy it. This is Always You. It's a song that features on my second EP. The EP is called Tricks. And I originally wrote it kind of inspired by my parents' relationship because it is goals. But it's not just a romantic song about their relationship solely, but it's also sort of a love song between a parent and a child because they're just brilliant with me and my siblings, even though we are now fully grown adults. We'll always be their children, and they're just the best, most understanding, wonderful people. So this is a song about love, really, inspired by my parents. And the way that it has kind of taken on a life of its own is that thankfully many people who have heard it have really connected to it. And so many people have used it on their wedding day as the song that they walk down the aisle to, or their first dance song. And it just means the world to me. So while I sing this song for you, I'm also gonna edit in some videos of some wonderful people who connected to this song and used it in a special event in their life. So here we go. Here's Always You. I really hope you enjoy. If I'm offered the world for the taking, if I'm shown the most beautiful view, if all that could be mine without you by my side, I would always choose you. If my winters could always be warmer, if the sun could forever shine through, if I could master the weather, but us not together, I would always choose you. 10,000 years I could live for. Give me the earth and the sun and the moon. Rule all the sea, but you're not with me. Oh, I'd always choose you. Always you. Always find me tomorrow. All the dreams that I hoped would come true. Well, I'd walk away if you couldn't stay. I would always choose you. And I may not be offered the world, love, but I do have a beautiful view. And if you take my hand as my heart has planned, you know I'd always choose you. I hope you don't mind what I'm saying. I hope in your heart that you feel this way too. But if you had to choose between me and good news, you'd say I'd always choose you. Always you. Always you. Offer me gold, it's you that I'd hold. Oh, I'd always choose you. I would always choose you. Always you. That's the singing part done. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Particularly if you're new to my music, I hope there was a song or two there that you connected to. If there was, search my name, Caroline K, wherever you listen to music, whatever platform you use, and my music should be there. And if you are someone who already knew my music, who follows me, who supports and encourages, thank you, thank you, thank you. It really fuels me and keeps me going, particularly after, you know, the last 2 years the creatives have had. Support and encouragement is everything. So it means a lot to me. Thank you for that. Thank you so much to Drew for reaching out to me and having me be a part of this. I feel so fortunate. And a huge thank you to all of the team at the Ferguson Centre of the Arts. I think it's so cool that you're supporting artists with this initiative, and especially that we've made the connection across the pond. I just think it's great that you're supporting someone over here as well. So thank you, a huge thank you. I have had so much fun doing this. I really hope it's been fun for you. Stick around for the Q&A that I am about to do with Drew, the man himself. Please jump in and ask some questions if you have some, just so that it's not only my mother asking questions, whose support and encouragement I also really appreciate, but would be really great if we had questions from not just her. So hopefully I'll see you there.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
We are. There we go.
Hi. How are you? Good to see you.
Hello. I'm great. Thanks for being here, guys, and thanks, Drew, for having me.
Thanks everyone for listening and checking this out. What a pleasure it was to have you be a part of this series that we do, Caroline. I'm such a big fan of every sound that comes out of your body. It could be a burp or a fart, and I would be like, that was pure genius.
That's my mother, basically. I have made the joke before that, like, I could fart, and she'd be like, oh,
oh man,
director could hear that.
I love your relationship with your parents is well documented on social media. I just want to point out, and so like watching you on social media, you feel like you have this weird little window into their lives as well. It was so cute to see them at the end of that song, and it just kind of really packed the extra emotional punch. It's amazing seeing these weddings, and congrats that the song is kind of doing this ripple effect in the world of romance and love. And I love that. But then your parents, oh my God.
I know.
Jesus
Christ.
They're
too much.
Well, I want to get started with some questions of my own, and anybody who's listening right now, please feel free to toss questions, and our engineer will pop them up on the screen, and we can answer them for you in real time. First, I want to say this. You are This is a big compliment. And it's all just to say that
Lovely,
I
lovely.
think
I can't wait.
you are in such a sweet spot in terms of being a creative person and someone who's working toward being successful as a creative person. I would argue that you are quite successful as a creative person, just based on how the handfuls and handfuls of people respond to your music, even if it's 10 people to 100 people to whatever. That feeling is fueling. And I think you're so creative, and that's a given based on everything we just heard here, obviously. But you have an insane work ethic, I think. And I feel like a lot of people who you might say, like, now, you don't ever see me when I'm sleeping 13 hours a day in the middle of the day. But you have to do what you're doing. You must, because not only are you an amazing singer-songwriter with these EPs that everybody can go listen to wherever you find your music, and these side projects, it's not like someone is necessarily tapping you and saying, hey, would you mind doing this little side project now that it's COVID and working on this? That's work ethic. That is initiative that you give yourself, and mixed with the creativity, that is how you become a success. And I just think you're such a bright example of that. And I'm glad that there are young people watching this, because you're a terrific example of how to succeed, I think, personally.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And not only are you a singer-songwriter and composing these musicals, you're an actor as well, which I think is absolutely fucking fascinating. Is there a hat that you wear that you prefer?
That's such an interesting question. Honestly, I trained as a performer. I trained in musical theater as a performer, and that's always where my dream has been.
Yeah.
And I suppose I just realized kind of a couple of years into the industry, I knew it would never be easy, but I did think that if there was talent and if you worked hard, that it would happen. And I have been given so many opportunities, which I'm grateful for, but I haven't, in my decade since graduating, had that kind of break as a performer. So I kind of had to get into other things. I had always written music, but I had never really put it out there in a very public way. So just a few years after graduating, I started really using social media to my advantage and trying to put music out there. And then I kind of gained a little bit of a following, as you said, like having support from people, no matter how small, when that support it changes everything. And so the people who gave me encouragement on social media, particularly a couple of years ago, like they were the reason that I could take the plunge and actually pay for a recording studio, because I felt there are actually people here who are at least telling me that they'll buy it, and they followed through.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're seeing all the graphs and pie charts right in front of you. There are people who want to hear this music. And also, for those of you listening, how badly do you want to buy the sheet music to her music so you can sing it at auditions? Let's just spread this stuff. Let's just spread your music out there. God, and even just today being such a weird and uneven keel day, what a joy it was to just sit here and absorb you for a minute.
Thank you so much,
truly.
Drew. Thank you.
We got some questions coming in, and I want to read one. One popped up on the screen, and we'll get to that one in a minute, but I want to read this one from Hannah. I happen to know Hannah. She is a student of mine and also a very talented singer-songwriter and performer as well. Her question for you is, what is one piece of advice you have? Here it is. What is one piece of advice you have for new musical theater composers when it comes to social media / getting the word out? I have my own take on this, but this is your question. I would love to hear what you have to say.
I mean, I'll give you my thoughts, but I feel like you're far more experienced in this realm. So I'm interested to hear what you say too. Honestly, I would say get your stuff out there as much as you can. Have somewhat of a presence, just so that people are aware that you are talented and that you are there and that you are putting things out into the world. But also maybe don't feel that everything you put out has to be a completely finished, completely perfect 3.5-minute song, or like put out ideas that you have, a 30-second idea that you came up with. Try and get into writing short songs, little 1-minute snippets, because I think social media, like our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. So get something short and quick out on TikTok and whatnot. I know some people who are, some people aren't very into the social media scene, which is cool, but I also think it's just so beneficial for people who are trying to get something out there. What are your thoughts on it, Drew?
Well, I agree with you wholeheartedly when it comes to it can be good when it works for you. It can, it can suck. It can suck if it doesn't work for you. But I think a big thing I see is and maybe this is not what Hannah is asking per se, but I see a similar pattern with a lot of very talented artists who get really timid when it comes to sharing, because the internet is just so oceanic.
Vast.
And it plunges out there and it's like, oh God, the sharks are going to either eat me up or I'm going to be picked up by penguins and everyone's going to love me. I don't know why I'm using the ocean as an analogy here. Let me get out of it. I don't know enough about the ocean to keep it as the analogy. But I do think that it does take a certain level of insanity and bravery to expose yourself this way. And again, you're in this sweet spot. I'm going to keep using Caroline as the example here, where she is equal parts accessible because of how she shares her stuff. She shares the process. Like, here's a bit of something I'm working on, or here's a 1-minute thing I tossed together. It showcases what it takes to be an artist and a writer, and making that accessible to other writers, I think, makes the whole scheme palatable and not so intimidating. But when you see someone doing it as talented as you, it's easy to be intimidated. Well, if someone out there is that good, why would anybody listen to my stuff? And I think that narrative needs to, I roll my eyes at that too. Not to say that you're not the most godlike talent, but
I'm with you.
Everybody's good, because good is a subjective term. It's not up to you who's good. If you're good, it's up to everybody else. And even for the people that hate you, there's going to be a whole bunch of people that love you. And I figure that out more and more every day with Karate Kid stuff, because there are people who just want me to fail for the sake that it's Karate Kid. But then there's those Team Drew people who are like, no, come on, give him a chance. There's always going to be people rooting for you. And social media is where you go to share that stuff. I just think you've done it so well. Clearly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
More questions for Caroline here. I got two here. Let's start with this one, just because it's about Daisy. What's next for Daisy? Any plans to stage it soon? Why don't you tell them what you can, if you can say anything?
What can I tell you? Things are happening, which is great. Nothing official is out there publicly, so I can't say all that much, but things are moving in the right direction. I'm very excited by it. Things are in development. We are looking to do a private reading over the summer, and we're hoping to stage it in the not too distant future. So all is going in a really, really great direction, and I'm very excited about it and scared.
I think, and scared. And you should be. You should be. It's like the fire we put under our asses to do this is what gets us to the stage, inevitably. Would you ever perform in it? Would you ever want to do that? Is that part of the deal? Would you want? I'm just curious.
I mean, technically speaking, I don't think it's going to be part of the deal, but yes, I would love to. I certainly write all songs, even the male songs. I write with them starting to, in a key that suits me, and then I kind of alter it. And I definitely have always written this lead character Daisy with myself in mind. But I also understand that even just getting a musical that I have written to the stage is going to be challenge enough. So I'm under no illusion that all of those things can happen. I know that it's possible, and I hope that it might be possible for me. But I'm also very understanding of the fact that just to be the writer is going to be a big ask.
You will have plenty of work to do. I don't know how like Lin-Manuel does what he does.
I don't know.
I don't know how he's allowed to, or B, like how he has the bandwidth to do so. I am so excited to see how this show of yours continues to unfold. And I love that we have this in common. One of my favorite musicals I ever wrote is called Make Me Bad. It's where the song Circus is from.
Yes, I love that song.
And thank you very much. And you sang it, didn't you sing it?
I did.
You sang it. Oh, very, very cool.
So weird and so creepy and
but
so
that
wonderful.
Character's name is Daisy. Which
I didn't know that.
So very opposite.
That's amazing. Yeah, very different.
Okay, a couple more questions here. I like this question because I think the answer is very varying depending on the songwriter. What is your songwriting process, Caroline? What is it a 9 to 5 kind of thing, or do you have to be inspired? Or are you able to sit down and be like, this is what I'm going to write today?
Certainly not a 9 to 5 thing. For me, it's obviously there are times when you have to try and get something done and you have to push yourself to sit at the desk or the piano or whatever it is. But also for me, sometimes if the creative juices aren't flowing, I need to go out for a walk and wait till that happens almost. So it's certainly not a structured 9 to 5 for me personally. And I don't know, are they also asking the sort of age-old question of
Lyrics or music
Lyrics or
first?
music or
No, thank God they didn't. But you
okay,
can answer
because
that
I
if
was
you
gonna
like.
say it's completely different for me every time I write a song.
Yes.
Sometimes it's like an idea that I get, or a concept, or a vibe, or a tune, or
I wonder why
it's
that
always different.
question is just always asked. It is.
I mean, it is kind of fascinating,
Is
and
it?
maybe I mean, I think so. Maybe
Maybe
there
I'm
are
just
some
bored with my
people.
own answer.
Yeah, that's probably
That
it.
could
We're
be
probably
it.
just bored of ourselves.
I like that. For me, it is very much a 9 to 5 kind of thing. I literally
Um,
wake up and start writing at 8, and then I have to stop at 6, or I'll never sleep, and I become an insane person. Just ask any person I've ever lived with. I'm a
that's
nightmare.
incredible to me. That's amazing that you get up in the morning and just you can write straight away.
Well,
I
it's
really
not.
can't
It's
do
80% of it's not
Yeah.
good. But you work
Uh,
those hours to get the 20%.
yeah, yeah.
All right. We're sifting through questions here. Sorry. Someone's asking where you can buy sheet music. We just talked about that. We got to get Caroline's sheet music out there, and I've already talked to her in our private chat, and I'm going to help her do this. I think that's going to come to you guys soon. People need to be singing these songs. I would love to see them in American audition rooms. That's where I would like to see them, and obviously in the UK and all
Of
over
course,
Ireland
yeah.
and wherever
Yeah.
you're trotting down the street. But I would love to see it in America. It'd be really cool.
That would be amazing.
Okay, a lot of people are asking about Daisy and when it's going live and when it's going to the stage, this and the other. How do you find the differences? I haven't pre-read this, so I'm reading it cold. How do you find the differences between creating and staging a production in the UK versus New York? As someone from the UK can feel like a disadvantage. Would be interesting to hear both your perspectives. I don't have any personal experience mounting anything in the UK, except all the I could use a drink stuff was like such a fluke and a happy accident, and I'm thrilled it happened. But I talk to those producers all the time while they were doing it, and they seem to have, I'm sure they had their challenges, but that was a really fluid process compared to what I'm used to out here. So I don't know, because you're working on Daisy right now.
I mean, yeah, but I've also, I've never done anything in the US, and I haven't yet really staged something here. But I think from conversations that I have with, Broadway friends and family and friends in New York, I do think that it's a more manageable mountain to climb in the UK.
Yeah.
I feel like the finances are just more manageable here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that. We were talking before the concert, and we were kind of talking about some projects, and I mentioned this one that I'm working on that we just started getting the ball rolling in terms of its next developmental step. It's been 10 years. That's not a lie. 10 years. So, and even Lin-Manuel talks about it with Hamilton. That was 8 years from page to stage. It's just a long time. And most of the holdup is scheduling, and getting the money. It takes a long time for people to be like, can I give $1 million to a Broadway show that might flop? Not everybody's so keen to do that. But man, are we fueled by it. You said it in your set too. You said, thanks for listening. It keeps me going. And I think that's really important to know, because it's
just
the
to let you
lifeblood.
know, sorry, it is. My mother I need you to know that my mother commented saying, love the circus song.
Oh, so, thanks, Mom. What's your mom's name?
Margaret. She goes by Mags.
Oh, thanks, Mags. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I actually had a question about this, and I love that someone asked it. C. Hark asks, can you both talk through your daily routine, working all day like Drew, versus when inspiration strikes for you, Caroline? I want to settle into a good routine. I'm going to rephrase. I'm going to take that big question and shrink it down to something that I actually have an interest in. I'm asking all artists nowadays, do you have a brain food? Like, is there something that you are required to eat every day because you're like Pavlovianly used to it, or it's how you have to, it's like a ritual, you got to start your morning with coffee and toast or something like that? What is the brain food for you?
My mom won't be happy, but honestly, just sugary treats. Not first thing in the morning though, because I've already made it clear that I don't necessarily write first thing in the morning. But the treats kind of keep me going. I'll kind of do it
give me an example of a sugary treat.
Oh, Drew,
Is
anything.
it bad?
biscuits, cookies. Well, I don't know if biscuits are cookies here, or
Yeah.
vice versa. Chocolate bars, Snickers, Mars,
Oh man,
Starburst.
yes.
Literally, it's bad. It's bad. But it gets me through, and
Yeah.
it helps the work happen. But you sound like you have a very structured, like getting up in the morning and just having your coffee and writing.
100%. Like in terms of the routine, I
Mm.
am up. I don't drink coffee anymore, but I have
Oh.
caffeine substitutes,
Oh.
and they're expensive, and I maybe should just go back to coffee. But I got to do that. I walk the dog, and while I'm walking, I'm recording lyrics just to get the first idea started.
Yeah.
Come back, probably have a shake for breakfast, and then just right through lunch, never stopping to eat again, hoping I get an hour to exercise. That was my next question for you. Do you have a workout routine as part of your day-to-day mental health, stay mentally in shape kind of thing?
Wish I did. I'm very
It's unfair.
I
It's
gosh.
just unfair that you're talking about how much garbage you eat.
I know.
And then you're like, yeah, I wish I worked out.
It's my parents' metabolism.
This is me breaking even, ladies and gentlemen. This is what this is.
Breaking even. No, I mean, I feel like I'm always running places. Like I'm very active generally in life. This is my excuse for not having a specific fitness routine, by the way. But I genuinely do. Like I'm always running places, and I don't slow walk. I'm always going somewhere.
Yes.
And on the move. But no, I mean, every other year I might go to the gym for a bit, but I need to get back into it. I was very fit once physically, and I'd like to get back there, but we'll see.
Okay, well,
we'll see what happens.
You certainly look tremendous, like you're going to the fucking gym all the time. So how dare you? Let's do one last question here.
Sure.
From Linda Hayes. This question is broad, but I'm actually very curious to hear what your take is. What's the dream, the ultimate goal, the moment when you say, yes, this is what I worked years for? And just even before you answer it, I'm sure you can relate to the feeling of you've already hit many goals, I'm sure, but every time you hit one, there's probably a next one that you weren't putting at the front just in case this one didn't happen. But now that this one happened, you can put that new goal up here and it can kind of keep climbing. Where you are in your career right now, what is the big I've made it goal in your pending future?
Right now, my focus is on Daisy. So to get that show on a stage and obviously be a success, whatever that means, whether it has a life after that, I hope it does. But even if that success is just, breaking even and people enjoying it, and really just an audience reaction being positive, that would be huge for me. And also ultimately, and maybe this isn't like the best answer to give, but I really yearn to have people who I respect in the industry respect me as an artist. And I feel like I'm only beginning to kind of get there in terms of getting my stuff out to those people. So that's something that I suppose we all want it's not the recognition side of things, but it's just wanting to, those people that I respect to be like, oh, this person can do this, or
right.
I'm kind of striving for that as well.
I think you're there, or very well on your way. Honestly, I wish there was more I could say just in terms of how talented I think you are, but it's beyond the talent because that's so evident. I really think you have something unique and special and human, and that's what makes your fans right now reach out to you the way they probably do and send you these videos of their wedding. And you maintain humanness so beautifully, and it shows in your music. It's all an act. Right after this, she's gonna go scream at a bunch of babies for no reason. She's a nightmare person. No, I really can't thank you enough for coming on and being just a glowing example of someone who works hard and has the talent to show, and you're making your way in this business and what is going to be a big way, I think. And I'm very excited for Daisy and everything after Daisy I'm excited for. So.
Thank you, Drew. I'm so excited for all of the many projects you're doing right now, but especially Karate Kid. I can't wait to go and support. I'm excited.
Yeah, the whole world, in fact. Y'all come to Broadway and check out Karate Kid. Before we go, big fat thank you to Caroline K. Go check her out on social media, please. And where can they find you on social media? Give them that handle.
Caroline K 117 on most things.
It's very important, that 117. That is also the pin for her
lucky number.
ATM if you want to go rob her. Caroline K,
Nothing there.
117.
Good luck.
Thank you, Bruce, Paul, Lori, Christy, everybody at the Ferguson Center for the Arts and down in Newport News, Virginia. My name is Drew Gasparini. We do this once a month. Next month, I think, is our last one for a long time, because then I go out of town to work on The Karate Kid and I won't have the time to do this. But what a joy it is to do this. So tune in next month, guys. Follow me at Drew Gasparini on social media to keep up with the announcements of these shows. One more time for Caroline K. Yeah.
Thank you, Drew. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.